What up, homies? Today we're going to be doing a brand review of the brand Juvia's Place. I am wearing their shadows on my eye today for this like crazy eye look that I have. I kind of don't like it. The glitter underneath didn't turn out as good as I was hoping it was. But so yeah, this is just gonna be my brand review. So if you want to know like the ins and outs and what I think about everything, then just stay tuned and keep on watching. So the first thing that I want to say is I only have 6 palettes from them, which I think there's only 3 more that they have that I don't have. So I have the Masquerade palette, the Magic palette, the Zulu, the Saharan, the Nubian, and the Saharan 2. I don't have the Nubian 2, the Festival palette, and the Dosh palette. I think I don't know. We're just gonna go with it. And then I do have a brush set from them, and this is the only one that I have out right now. Let me go grab the other 2. And I do have a brush set from them, and so these are just the things that I have that I can review off the top of my head. I know that they have like eyeliners and they just came out with 2 lipsticks. I cannot tell you anything about that. This is just kind of an overview of what I have and my experience with their customer service and stuff. So yeah, here we go. It all really started with this palette right here, which was given to me by a friend for Christmas. Thank you, Michelle. I love this palette so much. I am wearing this shadow, which is Fazo, on my lid right now. It's so beautiful. Clearly, it's really loved. This is the Magic palette, and let me just give you a couple of swatches of these. So those are just a couple of finger swatches of the shimmers. You can't really go off of swatches, I feel like, with palettes. Like, you really need to see how they play on the eyes. These shimmers swatch great. The mattes don't really swatch too awesome. I think, let me swatch some for you. Here's 2 of the mattes. Not the best swatches, but they go on the eyes beautifully. I love these shadows so much. Like, this vibrant look was created with like 3 of the palettes. I used the Masquerade, the Magic, the Masquerade, and the Zulu palette for this eye look today, and I love it. The only shadows that I have like kind of a hard time with is this dark blue and this really dark purple. They're a little hard to blend, but if you put in that extra effort, like, you can get something beautiful. I did use that dark purple just like right above this cut crease today, and I didn't have any issues with it. These shimmers though, out of this world. These are my favorite shimmers. If you just love, like, just look at this. Yeah, this is freaking beautiful. I'll insert a picture of a look that I did with this eyeshadow. I did a cut crease with it, and it's so beautiful. The shimmers in here, I'm in love. I would buy these palettes just alone for their shimmers, and the picture that I inserted, I didn't even have to use any like setting spray or anything on that. The shimmers are great. Mattes they're good. The mattes remind me a lot of like Morphe mattes. All really good for the price. I think all of these palettes are under like $30. I think they normally range from like $21, $25 and that, and you get like a lot. Like, these pan sizes are huge. The smaller palettes, I think this is the one with the smallest pans. This is a beautiful like natural palette if you're not into the colors. Like, I recommend this. These shimmers also crazy beautiful. I love them. Now, before we start talking about the brushes, I am going to get into a little bit of a con with Juvia's Place. So, the Magic palette I did get from my friend, and then the rest of my palettes and the brush set was another Christmas present. My father-in-law, he didn't know what to get me for Christmas, and I said, hey, they're having a half off sale. It was a couple of days before Christmas, they did, if you say the word Christmas or something, you get half off your order. And then they had a bundle deal that was already on sale for $99 that had 4 of their palettes and the brush set that I'm going to be talking about. And then I also added in, I think the Masquerade palette wasn't a part of that. And yeah, I added that in. And so the total ended up being, for everything, like half off. It was only $60. And so I was like, great. And then I saw on their Instagram page a lot of people were getting mad because they took that coupon code away. I guess they didn't expect to have as many orders that they had. But my thing about that, it kind of made me a little salty, was that, you know, like, if you're gonna have a good sale, and especially if you have these big people starting to talk about you, like Nikki Tutorials and a couple of other people have been reviewing them and stuff, like, of course there's gonna be people that are gonna buy that. Like I said, I got 5 palettes and 3 of their brushes for only $60. That's an insane deal. Like, that's a deal of a lifetime, and I love it. And so it just makes me sad that there was people that didn't get that deal because they kind of took it away. And then I had an issue with them. We ordered that a couple of days before Christmas, and I didn't get mine until like the end of January. Like, it was insane. Like, almost a month's wait for the palettes. Like, the shipping was just, ugh. It was something. And I have been wanting to make videos on it and stuff, but I wanted to make sure that I had a more in-depth review of these before I said anything about them. Do I think that they're worth it? Yes. Be willing to wait a month for them to get to you, but these shimmers are awesome. If you already have a lot of these colors in your collection, then I don't know. I don't really think that you should go out and buy like another like blue shimmer color. But if you don't have a lot, or if you're trying to get into color, I do highly recommend these. Like, especially the Masquerade palette. Like, just get this if you're just like trying to like see if you really like playing with some of these more colorful like shimmer shades. This one is awesome. This Masquerade palette I think is like one of the best ones. And then also the Magic one. These two are great, and if you're only going to get 2 from this, I highly recommend these 2. And then if you are someone that likes just natural shadows, I would recommend the Nubian by Juvia's Place, or it's the Saharan, which the Saharan would be more so if you're like looking to venture off a little bit crazier, like if you like these like really warm tones. This one's also pretty good. Like, let me swatch these 2. I'll swatch this black, and then I'll swatch this one. The black is super black. If you're looking for a really dark black color, sorry. This one's really good also. I recommend the Saharan palette too. They're all just like really good palettes. Sorry, that's not the best swatch. I'm not really too good at this. But yeah, I recommend them. They're good. Just be willing to wait a quick minute. Although, I don't know, like, that could just have been because of how many orders they had from their coupon code and everything. Just, as long as you go into it knowing that you might have to wait a while, then yeah, everything should be great. Nothing came broken or anything, so that's the good part. So we're going to go into these brushes. And so whenever I first got these, I tried to use this one for like wiping my bake away, and it's a little bit too densely packed. It like left like little holes in my foundation, so I haven't really reached for this one again. This one, on the other hand, if I ever have like cream contour, I like to like buff that in with this little point right here is really good for buffing that in. And then this has become my most favorite highlight brush. Like, I love it. It packs on, let me just show you. I already have on highlighter, but I'm just going to show you. I used a more fluffier brush. I used a more fluffier brush for my highlighter today, but I'll show you what, like, a little bit more of a denser brush, but this still has some give to it to where it will blend it out. Let me show you what that does. So I'm just going to go in with the same 2 colors that I highlighted with today. And then, do y'all see that? It just intensifies it. Intensifies it by 1,000. So yeah, this brush is good. I don't really care for the big fluffy one, but these two I've really been enjoying for contouring and highlighting. The brushes are super soft, so I would look into buying more of their brushes. I know that, I think I saw on Instagram that they have more like eye brush set coming out, and it looked like it had some really good blending brushes in it. So I'll probably be getting those, and if I do, if you guys want a review on that, just comment below and I can do that for you. But yeah, that's just my kind of review on Juvia's Place. That's that, you guys. Stay awesome, stay beautiful.